Hey guys, this is Varun Inamdar and welcome to Indian Culinary League. Today, let's make Dal Bati Churma for our Maidan mein utre hue surma from Rajasthan Royals. Let's begin. Let's make it zero complicated and let's begin with dal from the Dal Bati Churma. For this, I'm heating a kadai and to this I'm adding 2 tablespoons of ghee. You can add less, you can add more, that's a complete personal choice because trust me, by the end of Dal Bati and Churma, you would have exhausted a good 150 to 200 grams of ghee. That's too much. Well, but some traditional recipes call for it, so please use it. Once the ghee heats, I'll be adding in chopped garlic and along with this, asafoetida or hing. Well, you can also begin the recipe with cumin seeds, but I personally prefer it just like that. Saute this just for a few seconds and I'll add in some chopped onions. Well, you do not need to get color onto the onions or the garlic. Just ensure they're sauteed and the raw smell kind of goes away. The next thing that goes in are chopped chilies. Again, lots of it or just a few of it as per your choice. Well, Dal Bati Churma is traditionally a combination of dal, bati or wheat flour dumplings and churma. Well, you can choose to make the dal spicy because eventually it's going to be a nice combination of something sweet and spicy with a little bit of the crunch of the bati. Moving on, let's add in some spices. As basic, as simple, I'm going to add in red chili powder and along with this, turmeric. Let's give this a mix. And while the chilies and the turmeric are both cooking, I've chopped some tomatoes. Make sure you mix this nicely. The raw smell of the chili and the turmeric needs to kind of go away. And next, I'm adding in boiled dal. Now this is a combination of 2 dals, green gram along with chana dal. I've boiled it nicely. I've not added any salt, no turmeric, no chili, nothing. Just absolute plain washed dal and water. Let's give this a mix. And I'll add in some chopped coriander and finally some salt. One final stir and your dal for the Dal Bati Churma is ready. Let's now move on to the next step, which is making the bati. For the bati, I'm using 2 cups of wheat flour. Now this is not a regular wheat flour. There are 2 types of wheat flours. One is a plain which has very fine grits and the other one is slightly coarse. This one is a little coarse. To this, to make it nice and short crust and crisp, I'm going to add in 3 tablespoons of ghee and along with this, for flavor, some salt. We need to mix this lightly till the flour attains texture like breadcrumbs. Once the wheat flour starts clumping like so, we need to start adding in water. Not too much, just a few tablespoons because we do not want a soft dough. Also, we do not want a hard dough. It has to be moderately soft and this needs to be now kneaded and that's best done with hands. Our dough is kneaded and ready. That's how it looks. The next step is dividing these into some portions like so. You can divide these into 8, 10, 12 depending on the size of the bati that you're looking at. Well, I have divided this into 8. The next step is kind of clumping this and getting all of this together. And with the help of your palm, what you need to do is press this and make a cross sign or a plus sign. The next step is to bring this together like so and just kind of clump it once again together. Do not press it too hard or do not keep it too loosely open. What happens with these cuts and crevices, the heat seeps in straight within and bakes it from inside. Similarly, let's make the other batis. The batis are rolled and ready. The next step is to bake these. Now there are multiple ways in which you can do this. You can do this on an open flame, you can do this on a gas burner, you can do this in an oven, you can do it in a bhatti, or you can also do it in a gas oven. What I'm choosing is a gas burner because that is easily available in all our homes. You need to keep turning these, rolling these, ensure that they don't burn on either of the sides, but also it needs to be baked all around. Batis are perfectly baked. Let's turn the flame off and transfer these onto a plate. Well, the next step is moving on to making churma. And for the churma, I'm going to use few of the batis. The next step is crushing a few batis and transferring them in a grinder. At this stage, the bati is relatively hotter. If you have some time, do this at room temperature. Let's crush this into a coarse powder. You do not need to start grinding it one time, one shot because they'll clump together and form a dough again. All you need to do is pulse it like so. Well, that's done. Let's check it quickly. Here you have some amazing churma which is still at stage 1. Let's take it to another level. For this, I'm heating a pan and adding in 1 tablespoon of ghee again. While the ghee is just kind of beginning to heat up, I'll add in a few pods of cardamom. And along with this, crushed or chopped almonds. I'm just going to keep a few aside for later. We need to saute this till it's nice and fragrant, but ensure that the color of the almond does not change. After 30-40 seconds, you need to add in the crushed coarse bati, which eventually is going to turn into churma. We need to saute this on medium flame. Do not increase the flame at any point in time because you do not want this to start burning or scorching. It's been around 5 minutes and I've been toasting this on low to moderate flame. Let's turn the flame off and transfer this into a bowl. Allow this mixture to relatively cool down, and that's when we're going to add in powdered sugar, which is also available as bura. Let's add in as per our choice. You can add in 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons, as sweet or as lesser sweet you would prefer. Mix it well. With this, the 3 components, that is dal, bati and churma, are ready. Let's now move on to the plating. With this, Dal Bati Churma is ready. But what are you waiting for? Get in the kitchen and halla bol.